and welcome back to Hooten's Crafts, where our wings fly free just like our imagination. So today I am Chef Hooten. I just wanted to do a different type of video. I mean, mostly on this channel it's going to be crafty stuff, but I do suffer from a lot of health issue things, health issues, and I thought, well, you know what, I could every now and then share, and if I can help somebody, good. So in my last video I talked about how we were suffering from COVID, and suffering is right. Boy, did COVID take us out, but we're all better from that, thankfully. I also mentioned in one of my videos a few health things that I go through. So I suffer from hypothyroidism, PCOS, and I also have fibromyalgia. And those are just a few of the things. So all three of those things have common symptoms. They cause you to have extreme fatigue, body aches, pains. You kind of feel menopausy, where you go like hot and cold. Like all of a sudden you're freezing cold to like burning hot. Where I seriously will stick my head in the freezer and it doesn't even work. I'll like put ice cubes down my shirt. I'm like, what am I like? It's the worst. I kind of wish it was menopause just to get it over and done with, because I can't imagine actually going through menopause now. Because if this is bad, whoa, like what am I in for? Now with fibromyalgia, it causes you so much more. You suffer from headaches, and I'm talking like extreme headaches. The worst type of migraines ever. I've never grew up with migraines. My mom, she did. But now I finally know what a migraine is. It takes you out, really. Like, sometimes I can't even have like a light on. It hurts my head that bad. You get really tired, and when I say extreme fatigue, I mean extreme fatigue. You seriously feel like you're a sloth trying to run through quicksand, and that's impossible, and it's not fun. And you just like your mind wants to do everything. Is your mind's telling you, oh, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do this today, I'm gonna do that today, I'm gonna crochet, but your body's like, nope, not today. You thought wrong, and yeah, you just seriously, you can't do it. It causes you to have extreme body pains as well. Now, when I say extreme, I know I'm being like over dramatic, but that's how fibromyalgia truly is. It is that dramatic. The slightest touch will feel like you just beat me with a bat, threw me down like 4 staircases, and had a semi truck hit me. And that's exactly like, I mean, if I could feel that pain, that's probably what it feels like. My son will come to me like, oh, I love you, mommy, and he'll just lightly hug me. It just feels like he punched me. I'll wake up with bruises all over me, and I'm like, where did I get this bruise today? And no clue. Like, I look like, I don't mean to like say anything, but I really do look like I'm being abused or something. Like I fell or something. I don't know. And I'm like, like what's going on here? And it's just, it's hard. It's really hard. It's hard some days when you try to be upbeat and you try to be, positive, and it just hits you like, yeah, you're not going to do anything today. You have these mood swings where you're all of a sudden went from really happy to super depressed out of nowhere. And all three things cause you that. My hypothyroidism, it causes it. Your thyroid gland is right here, and people just think, it's just a, I don't know what people think, but I always just thought it was nothing, but it is a lot of things. It's your whole entire body that it affects. Your nerve system. It also affects your mental. Just everything. It causes a lot. Weight gain. Like, I have a really hard time losing weight. I've lost in 2 years 200 pounds. And yeah, that's great. And I'm so happy and thankful that I lost that. But I still have a ways to go to get to my goal. And some days I'm like, like there, like all of a sudden I'll look in the mirror, I'm like, ooh, I look, and like not in a conceited way at all. I'm by far, I would never be conceited, but I look, ooh, I look good today. Like, my pants are really loose, and then the next day I could wear the same size pants and they'll be tight on me, and I will look bloated. And I'm like, what's going on here? And it's because maybe I had a sip of soda, or maybe I had something with a little bit too much sugar in it. It's hard. It's hard. There's certain things you can't eat. You have to like restrict yourself of things, and then if you do have it, you feel it. You truly do feel it. And that's with all three. Like PCOS is cysts on your ovaries, and when they explode, it hurts. I laugh at that, but boy, does it hurt. But people just think, oh, that's all it is, but it's so much more than that. It affects your mental. You get very depressed. Um, Out of nowhere too, and like I'm like, you don't love me no more to my husband. He's like, what are you talking about? And the next thing you know, like, listen, okay, if I go kind of cuckoo and crazy, it's because of my hormonal imbalance is wacky. Um, it also can cause you body aches and pains, weight gain, hard to lose weight as well. So all three things cause you weight gain and harder to lose weight, and also hard to get pregnant. There's just so much more. And if anything that I say has a light bulb going off in your brain, like, wow, I feel that way too, do your research, please. Because with fibromyalgia, it's undetectable. No CAT scan will show you it. It doesn't show in blood work. Most doctors will look at you and say, there's nothing wrong with you, you're crazy. And that's because, like my doctor explained, it's new. It's new to them. They don't understand fibromyalgia. They don't understand where it comes from, why certain people get it, why your whole life you don't have it, and all of a sudden you reach an age and boom, you have it. They don't understand anything about it, and they're getting every single day a new symptom. So if you have one doctor telling you you're crazy, find another. That's exactly what I went through. I went through so many years of struggling. Like, I blew up. Okay, I'm telling you, I blew up. I was 394 pounds, and I barely ate anything. Like, even now, I don't eat a lot. Um, but if an outsider would look at me, they would probably think I was like, how the typical people think fatties are. You're at a buffet, you're chowing out on this food, and they don't realize, like, step in our shoes, like, understand what we're going through. Sometimes we're not. It's like I don't go to buffets and like shove my face full of food. Like I barely eat, and I would go to a doctor and they're like, "Whoa, we gotta lay off the junk food," and I know burgers are good, and I would just look at them like, "Excuse me," and I would walk out crying because they would just make me feel so horrible. And I found a doctor that listened to me, and I said, "Listen, I could bring every single one of my family members in here, and they will tell you I barely eat. I do clean eating. I do green smoothies. Like I do it all. And if I could tell you how many fad diets I've tried, I've done It Works. What is that? Slimology. I've done Herbalife. Um, you name it, I've done it. It don't work. Herbalife doesn't work. Well, Herbalife, I'm not going to say it doesn't work. It does work. However, I think it's more for athletes. When you're running and you're burning things, it targets them a lot better than for weight loss. But that's me. It might work for you, and good. I'm happy. I truly am happy if it does work for you, because they taste amazing. Those little shakes, I couldn't believe they were like low and everything. I was like, this is definitely cheating. But yeah, so I found a doctor, and she just said, no, we're going to run blood work and we're going to find out what's wrong with you. And then she found out that I had PCOS, and she found out I had hypothyroidism, and she helped me. And I was just so thankful for her, because finally somebody listened to me. And she goes, you can eat a salad. Okay, say my husband, okay? He can eat a salad and gain maybe 1 pound from it. I don't know if he can gain weight from a salad. Let's say candy bar. He ate a candy bar. He gained 1 pound from that candy bar. I can eat that exact same candy bar and I will gain 5 pounds. And it's just because of my hormonal imbalance is wacky, like out of this world wacky, with the hyperthyroidism, the PCOS, and at that time I didn't know about fibromyalgia, so I just knew about those two things. And so with those two things being sky high as they were, it was like no wonder I was as big as I was. So yeah, I worked with her, and like I said, within the 2 years, I lost a little over 200 pounds, and I'm just so happy for that. I do have a goal weight in mind, and I'm trying to get there. It is a struggle for me because of what I'm going through with the fibromyalgia, the PCOS, and the thyroidism. Even though I take my medications, it's hard, and it's really hard when you can't eat certain things. Like for me, I can't have a lot of sugar. I can't have a lot of carbs. I have to stick to a low carb diet, and certain things I just it's forbidden. It's forbidden for me to have. So I have to steer clear of those things, and it's kind of hard when your family they're normal, they're eating normal things, and you're like, man, I just wish I could just cook a regular meal and not have to go out and like get all this crap and have to do. But um, I found easy ways. Love Pinterest. So many amazing meals on there. And so now it's like if I want pizza, I can make homemade pizza. Tastes way better than, the restaurant pizza sometimes. And it can be low carb. And I don't feel guilty eating it. My body feels good. I'm not going to bed crying and in pain and all those other things. So even though this channel, I truly do want it to just to be about my crafts, I do suffer from health issues, and I know so many out there do as well. And if I can help, that would just make my day. To be able to share my experiences and the things that I'm going through and help somebody. So this video just is going to talk. I just talked about my health. I am going to have a video ready after that. I'm not going to show me in the kitchen cooking because I thought I would, but maybe we'll see. But I am going to share what I made. I'm going to share the recipe and things like that, and also little tips and tricks on where to go to get the healthy foods. Because let's be honest, you can go to the store, and I kid you not, this is the truth. I can go to the store, okay, and I can, let's just say, snack stuff for the kids. I can get cookies, chips, whatever. It'd be like $15.84, right? I'll get myself like zucchini, let's say kale chips. I don't know. There's other things. It'd be like $384. I'm like, what? Like, why is healthy stuff so much more than junk food? You would think it would be the opposite. Like, pay more for the junk food, right? I just don't get it. But, however, I found, that you really have to know your stores. You really have to look at your weekly ads, look for the deals, buy in bulk. Your meats. I always buy my meats in bulk, and then I cut them down to size. I freeze them in a zippy, like a vacuum seal bag, because it doesn't cause freezer burns, so it's safe in your freezer. So yeah, those are a few things I'll talk about in the next video, and then I'll share what I made today, which is going to be keto lasagna. So it's going to be a low carb lasagna. I don't really do full keto, but sometimes I do when it comes to like noodles. I love pasta, and I am half Puerto Rican, so I love like rice and like pasta and doughy things. Like you grow up eating those things. So I've been making my same recipes that I would make my whole life, but different now, healthier versions of it. And so there's so many things I want to share, so many meals that you would think are unhealthy. And let me tell you something, my kids are picky. My daughter's not so much, but my son is. He's very picky. Even though it's weird, he loves vegetables. Like, he loves broccoli. He loves zucchini. Like, he loves vegetables. But then when I cook them and stuff, he's like, I'm not eating that. Like, ooh. I'm like, boy, you just ate it uncooked. It's just cooked, but whatever. But so certain things I make is like a trick, and he eats it, and I'm like, guess what? That was low carb, baby. So even my husband, he loves junk. So I make the same things that he loves, but a healthier version, and it tastes exactly the same, and you can't believe it's healthy. So yeah, I say so a lot. I gotta stop doing that. Anywho, I will have my second video up. Probably post both of these or all together. So, yeah, there I go again with the stuff. Why do I do that? Anyway, I hope you have a great hooterific day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, if a light bulb dings in your head of anything that I said, like symptom-wise, feel free to message me. I'd be more than happy to talk to you and go over other symptoms that I have and had, questions I asked my doctors, and made them look into. Okay? So, and also just do your research. Look up fibromyalgia symptoms. Do it on YouTube. Google, when you search up Google, you're dying. You look up Google and you're like, oh man, I have one day to live. But when you do want to you do YouTube, you have real people talk about their real experiences and telling you how they feel, what they went through, and everything like that. So that's what I always do when I feel some type of way. I'll YouTube it, and then I get a real honest answer, and then I know, okay, I have to go talk to my doctor. So I wish I could like erase soap from my memory. Anyway, again, I hope you have a hooterific day. Hootin' out. Bye.